All right, we got a guest coming in, Fez.
That's right, it's Justin Bartha. He is going to appear in National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets. That's opening nationwide Friday, December 21st, co-starring Nicolas Cage. You can go to nationaltreasure.com for more information.
Here comes Justin in right now.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, thanks. You're here in New York City on an ugly day.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah. This is going to be an easy one with Justin. I mean,
Yeah.
you're picking up with that?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be arguing every point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Just get into the studio.
Call Breen and say good work.
Okay.
Yeah. Justin's here. Brand new movie out, and it's
It's a good movie. It's a fun movie, I gotta say.
Yeah?
Yeah, I promise you this. You'll have a good time.
Yeah.
That's what they pay me to say.
So, the last time the National Treasure was about what?
Thanks for watching the movie. It was about...
I don't know why this fucking guy came in here with his attitude.
I don't understand
But
it
it's almost behind enemy lines for you, brother. This is not
Bring it on. Bring it on. What makes for more interesting radio than
For how?
conflict?
We were having fucking interesting radio. You were invited to come in and plug your movie. You can.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to come in here and hang out with us and talk, you can do that.
I thought we were all just having fun and joking around.
We were having the fun and joking around before you came in.
And you know, you could take your coat off outside too. Take fucking 7 minutes to take a coat off inside.
Wow.
It's fun. There's a fucking show going on.
Wow. This is, I didn't realize that it was going to be like this, guys. I just got in. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you came in with the man right off the bat.
With the man?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You came in with attitude.
Ah, well, I was just joking around. It wasn't a serious attitude. I thought that's what this kind of show was. I thought
So you'd have, oh, well, thanks for listening to the show first.
I don't have XM.
Well, I mean, I didn't see your movie, and you acted like somehow I fucking let you down.
I was just joking. I didn't expect you to see the movie. You didn't let me down. You didn't let me down at all. My God. Would you like, can we start over? Can I apologize for having an attitude
Sure you can.
with you? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to
Not
have
a problem
an
at all.
attitude with you at all. Okay, can we be friends? Is that possible?
Sure.
Okay.
So tell us all
Let's
about your
start
movie.
over. Okay, it's a sequel to National Treasure, which is a movie that came out a few years ago, and it's starring Nicolas Cage, and it's a treasure hunting movie. It's an adventure movie in the spirit of Indiana Jones.
All right. Now, I did see the first one.
Okay.
And that one was all about Philadelphia.
Right. It was. It took place a lot in Philadelphia. Yeah. and all
So
that.
this one, what happens?
Well, we go international. In this one, we go to London and Paris, and you know, it's a lot bigger in scope, a lot more action, a lot more adventure.
All right. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get over this, are we?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is it too tense for you?
Not at all. I'm having a great time.
Okay. All right, so what else are you up to? You're doing this film. It's a big film for you, right?
Yeah, it's a very big film for me.
And then
There's
you
a
got
lot
a
of fun.
couple other things booked, too.
Exactly. I did a movie in Paris called Shoe at Your Foot, which is a nice little romance, and that should come out next year. And then we're working to hopefully get over the strike and working on some stuff next year.
Are you a writer? Are you part of that?
I'm not. No, I'm not in the Writers Guild.
Because I know that you had written a TV show before.
I wrote a pilot for MTV a few years ago, and I did some commercials and stuff when I got out of college.
So where do you stand on the writer's strike? I mean, are the actors with them? Are they against them? Because we were bringing up the Carson Daly thing earlier. That
was
he
it?
had to go back.
Right.
Or he
We
would have
started
lost the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you got to stick. I mean, in my opinion, the artists have got to stick together, and I don't see how movie studios and bosses would be anywhere without artists, really, because there'd always be a forum for artists' work, and I don't see how movie studios would have any content if it wasn't for them.
So all the artists got to stick together.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What about with the trade guys? You stick with them too, or no?
Yeah. Why not?
No.
Yeah, I mean, You know, I think if we all just like in this studio, if we all can't get along, it's not going to make for good.
Right.
Content.
Well, you see the way our guys stick together.
Absolutely.
Everybody comes in from every which way.
Everybody hates me now. Which,
no,
you
we
know
didn't
what?
hate you. It's just that you came in and we were like, where did this come from?
Sometimes I guess my humor might be a little dry. I never meant to offend anybody.
Oh,
it was
it's okay
just kidding, guys. Just kidding.
I see. But like with your friends, that's the way you are. You're like the fucking cool guy with your friends. It's like everybody takes a little shit from you, and then everybody goes on.
Hey, they give me shit, and I give it back.
Well, we did too. I mean, it's
it was my fault for assuming that we were all friends from the get-go.
All right, anyway, 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. Justin's in here now. When you're part of a big movie like this, because you don't always do big films, right? This is like the big blockbuster.
This is definitely the biggest movie I've ever been a part of.
How's that a different experience, though? I mean, is it just like everything is the pressure on you, or is there less pressure because you got more money to play with?
Well, I mean, with this one, since it's a sequel, you know, everyone's back, and the first one was so successful, so the pressure's a little off on that. But there's a little pressure to make it new and a little different than the first and more entertaining. So
yeah. Is Cage living in a different world than everybody else? Is he above it all because he's been a movie star for so long?
You know what? I gotta say, he definitely has a pretty specific world that he lives in, but he's pretty cool. I mean, he's a really fun guy, and it's not like he doesn't act like he's above anyone. I mean, yeah, absolutely. He's very fun.
But he does. I think that there's a place where movie stars can get, and he's one of them. That is, you're almost got to be cut off from reality because it's a $20 million payday, and for him it's going on for like 15 years now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really a long run he's been on. Whether or not every film has been successful,
right?
He's been a big star for a long, long time.
Yeah, he's been doing leads in movies since he was about 17 years old.
Right.
So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he definitely the scope of his life is not exactly identifiable with the normal man.
All right, here's Matt. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, I just wanted to ask if this movie has anything to do with Freemasonry like the last one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It doesn't have the through line of the film is not dependent on it like the first one, but it definitely deals with secrets and secret societies and things that only presidents and parts of the Freemasons would know.
Now, do you believe in that Freemason thing? Because so many of those guys are so old.
Yeah.
Every time I see them, they're like elderly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely believe in secret societies and conspiracy theories. I think that everything is not what it seems. So, yeah.
But you don't know whether it's the Freemasons themselves that are really running stuff.
I have no idea. I don't know if they exactly have power anymore.
Now, it's really interesting when you go to Washington, D.C., just look at the architecture. There's so much stuff that doesn't really follow, what would be considered the Judeo-Christian belief things. It's spiritual stuff,
right?
But it's more of an Egyptian deal, and yet everybody bypasses that as if
it doesn't really mean
if it doesn't really mean anything at all.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty. That Washington is a pretty amazing place, especially with the architecture.
Yeah, it is very, very strange. There's a lot of really strange stuff there, and every city in America has a big Freemason building.
Yeah, every major city, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
and a lot of the hospitals have copped in from that as well.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
All right, here's Pat. Pat, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Just want to know if working with Nicolas Cage and drinking all his semen, you picked up his air.
All right, see, there we go.
Drinking all of Nicolas Cage's semen?
Now they're being assholes. Don't even pay attention.
That's amazing. I'd love more of that.
All right, here's Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I just called in and asked about the Masonry.
Yeah.
I'm a 25-year-old Mason.
Mahabon.
The average Mason is actually 67 years old, and it's definitely a dying...
So what do you do as a 25-year-old? Like, what do you do?
We meet in the lodge as often as possible.
But what are you talking about in there?
A little bit of everything. Can't really talk a lot of politics, but we try to get involved in the community and do charity work and things like that.
Is the main thing to hold the black man down? Is that the main work that's being done?
No, the main thing is basically just to do everything we can to help each other out. I mean, to help everybody as a whole, but I mean, more especially, each other.
White people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually...
Is there any black Masons?
Yeah, there are, but the
Anthony
United
Mason.
States is the only
Anthony
country in
Mason.
the world where Freemasonry is discredited.
Well, don't the Black Masons have a different name, Earl? There's like a Black Mason group.
I don't. I mean, my father was a Mason, or still is, but he never talks about it with me at all.
He never asked you to join?
His friends who are Masons, they always try to get me to join, and my father's like, nope. He doesn't want any part. He keeps me completely out of it.
So maybe it's like he's acting like it's not a positive thing.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there.
Secret.
And I really don't want to know. It freaks me out too much.
He's not allowed to ask you. In order to be one, you have to ask one. So things are kind of changing now because everybody's dying off and nobody's getting in. So
What's
we're
with the
kinda
clown
changing.
cars? I know in the parades you always have those little clown cars.
Well, in the parade, clown car.
Yeah, there's always like the Masons to come in. It's a clown in a really tiny car.
That's one thing I don't know about. I don't know if I'm up high enough yet, I guess, but I'm a master Mason, so I should know as much as the average Mason.
Now, has it helped you at all to be in this?
Incredibly. 3 months after becoming a master Mason, I got an $18,000 raise.
Because your boss is a Mason?
Yeah.
I'd say I got to join the Masons then.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's all about who you know. I mean, it's like anything, but the more Masons you know, honestly, the more powerful the people are. So.
All right, what kind of work do you do that you got this $18,000 raise?
Oh, I'm actually a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I make I live in Virginia and I make a $50,000 base salary, which is basically unheard of. Everybody that I work with makes under $30,000 base. So.
And it's all because you're a Mason.
Yep.
All right, my man.
All right. Hey, take care, guys.
I'd say it. Here's Mick. Mick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, how you doing, guys?
Good.
All right, I was just calling because basically what happens is you have a thing for the Masons who happen to be African American, and they belong to what is called the Prince Hall.
What do you mean? What do you mean they happen to be African American?
Well,
They're just so they happen to be African American, and they happen to be in a different group than us.
Seriously, yeah, they're all white Masons that belong to the Prince Hall Lodge.
Uh-huh.
Not a whole lot of them, but there's also it's predominantly African American, and it dates back to around the time before the American Revolution, and it was started in Boston by a man named Prince Hall, and it used to be called the African Lodge. And then after a while, I guess they named it after him.
And can white people join the African Lodge?
Sure they can, but typically I know that the...
Let me tell you, if you would join, you'd probably take over within a couple of weeks. You'd be running the whole damn thing. No offense, Earl. But somebody's got to get this thing organized and going.
Well, it costs a whole lot more to join the Prince Hall Lodge. Their dues are a lot more, and, can't really say who said it, but there was an individual who was prominent with the Prince Hall Lodge who said it was to keep the ghetto out. And I was astonished. I was floored when I heard
Now, when you
that.
say you can't say who said, was it a famous person?
No.
Yeah.
It was somebody who was very prominent with Prince
It was
Hall.
Mel Gibson, wasn't it?
The Grand Poobah.
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry, it was, yeah.
Is that based on that? The Act, is that from the Flintstones? Is that all Mason stuff, really?
Oh, yeah. Secret code words in another language, yeah.
The water buffalo, right?
Yep, the Loyal Order.
Here's Daryl. Daryl, you're on Run of Fez.
Barney was a Mason.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I'm a Freemason out here on Great Plains of Montana, and I could tell you we don't run anything. Our main thing is charity, trying to help out the community and just get together and have a meeting without chicks around pecking at us.
Now, there's a lot of books written about you guys, though, right?
Yes, sir.
And all of them are bullshit.
No, not at all. A lot of the books that I've seen and read are pretty accurate until it starts getting into this nonsense about devil worshipping or running the government and that kind of stuff. That's not true. Now, I do have to say, George Washington was a Mason back in the day. There probably was something to it, but, that was a long time ago.
George Bush is a Mason, right?
Well, didn't they always say that, like, every president but Kennedy has been affiliated with the Masons?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, not that many. Several have, but certainly not all. No.
You got to take your clothes off in there? Everyone standing around together naked?
No.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the African Lodge would be a lot more impressive in that sense, probably.
Earl?
True that.
True that is what you actually said? All right. Here's Josh. Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, those are the Shiners that drive the little cars around, not the Masons.
Shiners, Earl, you familiar with them?
No, there's not.
Oh, Shriners.
Shriners.
I didn't know.
Shriners.
All right, what's the difference between a Shriner and a Mason? I thought they were like the same deal.
No idea.
They have the same hat.
Justin, does this have anything to do with your movie?
Yeah. It's endlessly fascinating. I don't know.
It really is.
It really is, yeah.
I like the fact that once you get in there, particularly the fact that there's money people. If money people in one town, you're in any small town, the money people get together, why wouldn't they try to keep the money to themselves? You'd be insane to go, hey, how can we split this money up? You know, of course you try to keep everybody else down.
You never really hear a lot about Masons doing a lot for communities. I mean, I'm not doubting that they do. But
I thought they had hospitals. I thought there was a lot of hospitals that they built. Yeah.
No idea.
Is the perfect gimmick. You know, because there's so much dope that runs in and out of the hospitals.
I love that the guy was like, we don't have to have women around, but they sit around in a room and talk about charity.
Yeah.
Like, really? Do you really sit around in a room without the women around and just talk about charity and what you can do for the community?
Now that we got the broads out of here, we can finally talk about AIDS.
Charity.
Now is our opportunity to do something about sickle cell. How do we spread it? This guy's smoking cigars. How do we get crack into the ghetto? That's what I'm after. Here is Steve. Steve, you're on Run Fez.
Hey guys, hey, on the National Treasure DVD, there's a spot where you could put in a code. Is that a Mason thing? And can Justin tell us the code, please?
Wow. I have no idea what the code is, and I have no idea.
It was a 3-digit deal.
I'm gotta say, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the DVD.
The movie comes out when? Friday?
It comes out the 21st.
21st.
Week from Friday, yeah.
And it's National Treasure, Book of Secrets, open to nationwide Friday, December 21st. NationalTreasure.com for more information online.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm a Mason and a Shriner, and you're right, the cars are the shrine. But we also have hospitals that we deal with, and we donate $1 million a day, basically, to children. And we give them, we don't like to call it free care. We like to call it excellent care at no cost, because we have doctors that volunteer and doctors that are Masons and doctors that are Shriners. And they volunteer their services and they donate money. And we actually do, it's over $365 million a year. So it's about $1 million a day that go into those. So we do things for the community.
Now, why just kids? You hate sick adults? I can't help a sick adult. I'm sorry, son, you're 14.
$365 million. You think you'd help out someone over the age of 15 or something?
Yeah. Oh, like, I'm sorry, I'm not a kid, but my lung's collapsing. Can't give me anything? Nope.
Screw you.
Let me go over here to Larry. Larry, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Oh, lost you, buddy. Here is Paul. Paul, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies, what's up? Yeah, I'm in the process of joining the Freemasons now, and the difference between a Shriner and a Freemason is when you come in, you join what's called a Blue Lodge, and you get your first 3 degrees, and then from there you can kind of branch off into different lodges, and the Shriners are a lodge you can join. There's also like Scottish Rite and things like that.
All right, Paul, why do you want to hang out with all these older guys, though?
Well, mainly because it's kind of a family thing. My grandfather did it, and then like one of my best friends joined, and he's really he obviously can't. They are very secretive until you're a full-fledged member. But he was really excited about it, and it just kind of got me interested. And it is a really,
At what point do you meet Tom Cruise? Is there an eventual spot?
That's the 3rd degree.
Yeah, 3rd degree.
And are the secrets really only important to you guys? Like, would we really want to know what your secrets are? Are they that interesting?
Well, I'm going to admit right now, I'm a huge dork, and there's a lot of history involved, like a lot of things about history.
Killing Kennedy.
Yeah, so, stuff like that. And,
stuff like that.
I'm just looking forward to finding out all that stuff, and how we faked the moon landing. I really think that's the...
Faking the moon landing was a good one.
That's in the movie, Faking the Moon Landing.
So...
Bullshit.
What?
They
Never
don't
landed on
fucking
the moon.
take us down.
What's that?
Faking the moon landing?
I think faking the moon landing is every bit as impressive as going there.
If they did that, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, you know what? Now they're bringing up, we want to get back to the moon by 2020.
Live on the moon.
Who cares anymore?
Just go.
Yeah.
We know how to do it.
We've been there.
JetBlue goes to the moon at this point.
Go the old way if you have to.
What is Virgin going up into space?
I don't know, but the stewardesses will be hot.
That's like next year, where you can go up into space on a private.
That's awesome.
As a private astronaut.
You know, Richard Branson already has a place on the moon.
You would think. All right, here's Gabe. Gabe, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say I'm a Mason, and if you actually knew what our secrets were, you'd find them pretty boring.
So what makes them secrets then?
Yeah, so did what?
Yeah.
Always tie your shoes.
Yeah. It does seem like scouts for old men, doesn't it? Remember how disappointed you were when you joined the Cub Scouts?
This is it?
Yeah. Can't believe we're meeting in your mom's basement. I thought this was going to be
Will I
great.
ever have to tie this type of knot again?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a Freemason and a stonemason?
Stonemasons actually have to work.
Working with stone.
Yeah. Now, all this is built based on the pyramids, right? The Masons built the pyramids.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think that's probably when it all started.
Yeah. Although when they say built the pyramids, they said, Jews
aliens.
carry.
Jews carried the stones?
Yeah.
Really? Well, we all know that at this point, we'd hire people to carry the stones for us.
And really, they faked the pyramids. Those aren't real either. Here's Peter. Peter, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, hi guys. First of all, I want to say Dr. Steve fan since day one. But I'm currently the secretary of a lodge, and I've been around a long time. So, I mean, the Masons, basically, it's a fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that, when you got things, if you need help, it's guys you can call up. It's things like that. It's I guess, like joining a college fraternity, except it's the oldest one, etc.
So why do you have all this kind of bad press? Is it because you're a secret society?
It really is, because it's a secret society. And anyone that's actually interested in kind of, I don't want to say the truth, there's a book called Born in Blood, which you could find in Barnes & Noble and whatnot, which kind of gives a possible history where it actually, may actually go back to, the Crusades and actually the Knights Templar and whatnot. But, what people hear stories, and it's like, oh, there's a secret, it's like the Jews control the banks, and, anything they're not a part of, there must be evil, and it must be, a problem. And by the way, Bush is not a Mason.
Bush never made it to the Masons.
No, I think the last Masonic president was Ford.
Right.
Look what they did to him. Oh, no, he died of old age.
Pushed him down the airplane.
They threw him in. But, as I said, whether it's good or not, I mean, I'm about 45 now, so I'm actually, kind of in the middle for it. The nice thing is, for example, that, like when my son broke a leg, I got a bunch of people calling up and, offering help and doing whatever they can do, which is also probably what gives it that strange feeling, like, oh, here's a secret society, I don't belong to it, they must be doing something, they're all helping each other, they're all calling up.
All right.
But, I've had, years ago, I saw Kurt Vonnegut, and Kurt Vonnegut said that the government should assign us all relatives. And he said, well, what do you want relatives for? Well, the idea is if you live in New York and you're traveling to St. Louis, and
he didn't say he wrote a book about it, but God, what's the point?
Well, exactly. Well, the point is that's in a way what the Masons are, that if you went and you traveled in a different place and you got a problem, it's basically somebody you can call up and, they won't turn
But
you
the
out.
Hells Angels have that thing, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
you're talking about friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Hells Angels do have it, but I guess,
But so
they
if
don't
you'd
have
go
enough
anywhere
balls
and you
for
say the phrase Maha Bone, they're going to know that you're with it.
Yeah, pretty much. And, even if you just call up and you tell them, that you're a Mason, or, what do you need? And, if you're an idiot, of course, they're going to turn you down. But, if it's anything reasonable. I mean, I just got a call from somebody from Bolivia looking to visit New York, and they wanted to get an idea of what places to stay, what things to look at. And I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall.
Where to meet young
Hey,
girls.
Google. Get a travel agent. All right, I don't get it, Peter, but you're happy with it, right?
Well, it's all right. It's not a terrible thing. It's, I mean, if this was the 50s, I'd probably be a hell of a lot more into it. But then again, It ain't. So.
All right, hold on. Here's Larry. Larry wants to ask you a question. Larry, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, there was a book by Peter Yallo in God's Name, or Yallop, that kind of refers to the Freemasons being involved with the murder of Pope John Paul I.
All right, Peter, that's wrong when you killed the first Pope John Paul.
Well, actually, see, if you go, but there's a lot of, what happened was Freemasonry was a real secret society before, I think it was like 1780 or something like that, or 1717. After that, the things, you could pretty much find out what's going on. Before that, it's speculation.
You couldn't be a Freemason and a Roman Catholic up until Pope John Paul II.
Well, actually, if you'd see, what happened was, years ago, one of the old popes excommunicated the Freemasons because they didn't want to tell them what the hell was going on.
And that was
he was basically, I'm the Pope, what are you not, what are you holding back from me? That was actually rescinded by some later Pope edict.
Yeah, Pope John Paul II.
Yeah, but again, that's of course fallacy. Theoretically, if you take it back
that he allowed them in because he was a member of that organization prior to becoming the Pope, which is why
I thought Catholics couldn't get in.
No, actually, there are plenty of
Catholics were in, but they had to keep it quiet.
What happened was the church.
All right, hold on. Go ahead, Peter.
No, so the church excommunicated some of the Freemasons in the past if they found out that isn't true anymore. And actually, Rudyard Kipling was a Mason, and he wrote a famous poem in which case he talked about in his lodge there were Jews, there were Christians, there were Catholics, there were Protestants, there were Muslims. It's actually
we know
that's
that
one of
there's
the things
depth
that
there with the Freemasons.
So it's an international secret society.
Pretty much.
You guys know no flags, no boundaries for you.
No flags and no boundaries. As I said, some of the things
that's a little scary, don't you think?
Tell us one secret. One secret. Just one secret.
Well, actually, see, if you read this book, Born in Blood, what's interesting...
I'm not going to read that.
Great. Well, it's a history book, and it's about the Middle Ages. It's not really about the Masons.
It's all day.
But it's about the idea that, they did, if you go to the Knights Templars, that they did have peasants revolt in the 1300s, was actually possibly...
Those peasants were revolting. I saw them. Disgusting. All right, Peter.
All right, look, I wish I had a more interesting subject to talk about, but, as I said, Dr. Steve gives his regards, and take care, everybody.
All right, man. Here's Patrick. Patrick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies, what's going on?
Yeah.
Sunday night, I would like to invite your fine listeners to the Cringe Humor Awards show at Comics.
The Cringe Humor Awards plug. Is Jimmy Norton involved in this?
Little Jimmy's involved. Rich Voss is hosting it. Patrice O'Neill's going to be there. Rick Shapiro.
And what do those guys do? I'll give awards to each other?
Pretty much. It's a little tight-knit community.
And the winner is Patrice.
Yeah.
Great. The winner is you, Jim. Just pass it back and forth.
And the best HBO comedy special. All right, so where's it at, Patrick?
It's at the Lovely Comics on 14th and 9th.
Comics, I'll be there Tuesday talking with John C. Reilly. All right, thanks a lot, Patrick.
Thank you, sir.
Best of luck to you guys. Hey, Mo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I found out, I was talking about Masonic conspiracy theories with my dad in a Cracker Barrel, and he told me that he is one, but he wants to keep it a secret because he doesn't want to be buried one, and I don't know why. What are they going to do to my dad's body? what do they want with
I don't think Justin's in charge of that. He's just got a movie coming out soon.
I'm just an actor.
Yeah, that's all. It's just another role for him.
Just another actor.
What are you going to do with my dad's body? Justin, it's December 21st?
Yeah, December 21st.
Yeah.
And if you watch the movie, you will find out where your father will be buried.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right, so it's...
National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets.
Yeah. Justin, look, we got off to a bad start, but look how we all became buddies here at the end.
Thank you so much for giving me a second chance.
It all worked out for all of us. And
but she still hates me, though.
Yeah, of course she does, but it takes people a while to get over stuff.
Each other, yeah.
All right, that's it for us.
Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
That's the end. Goodbye.